So good morning. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we find ourselves on the traditional lands of the Matagami and Matachewan First Nation in the Treaty 9 territory. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the lands that we call home. As an organization, we do this to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility to improve relationships between nations and improve our own understanding of local Indigenous peoples and their cultures. This is why, for the last 16 years, the Chamber has extended complimentary membership to our First Nations in the region to stay connected and support in any way that we can. From across the province, we acknowledge the ancestral, unceded, and unsurrendered territory of all the Inuit, Métis, First Nations people and commit to the principles of truth and reconciliation. So my name is Carmen Swartz. I'm the Manager of Business Services with the Chamber, and I'm happy to host this morning's session with you. Our Reimagined Resiliency series is proudly supported by NEOnet Porcupine, and our session today, Digital Advertising, an Era of Internet Marketing, is proudly supported by Caisse d'Alliance. Thank you to MJ and Deanna for sharing your expertise with our members and small businesses who've joined us from across the 32 Northern Ontario chambers, from Temiskaming Shores to Kenora. If you have any questions, if you could take a few moments and add them to the chat feature. And Deanna and MJ have both allowed for time at the end of the session to be able to ask those questions. So jot those down, put them in the chat, and we'll address them once we wrap up. So MJ and Deanna, the floor is yours.
Okay, I'm just going to share my screen. All right. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Digital Advertising, an Era of Internet Marketing. We're from NEOnet. We are located at 85 Pine Street South in the heart of downtown Timmins. NEOnet is a regional nonprofit organization which was established in 1999 with a mandate to facilitate telecommunication service and infrastructure development in Northeastern Ontario. NEOnet assists unserved and underserved communities in the North achieve equitable technology and broadband adoption through small business grants, education, and broadband advocacy and implementation. NEOnet recognizes the economic and social implications of our increasing digital world and the digital divide. So in order to advance the digital economy in the North, we explore workforce development, community education, foster innovation, and build business technology capabilities. Presenting today is myself, MJ. I am the Interim Director of Operations at NEOnet. I assist with managing all projects, programs, and operations at the organization. I have over 10 years experience working with communities and organizations in various industries. I've led strategic planning, organizational growth and redevelopment, marketing, and program design. In my spare time, I moonlight as a graphic designer. I am a book dragon. I prefer hoarding books instead of consuming them. I'm also an amateur cosplayer and super nerd.
And hello, everybody. My name is Deanna. I'm NEOnet's Regional Outreach Coordinator. So my role is to communicate with project partners and stakeholders. I also organize educational events, presentations. I do client consultations, and I manage all of NEOnet's social accounts. In my spare time, I'm playing board games, video games, and honing my skills as a Pokemon master. So today we're going to be taking you on an adventure into the totally tubular digital advertising ecosystem. But first, we're going to need to set ourselves up for success. So let's start by setting goals for return on investment. Knowing your goals before you begin planning will help determine your best strategy for digital advertising. Otherwise, you run the risk of throwing your business money and time out the window. So set yourself up for success by setting clear and achievable goals using the SMART method, S-M-A-R-T. So you want your goals to be specific. The goals you set should be detailed, and the more details you have, the better. You want your goals to be measurable. So make sure your goals are measurable so that you can see progress and adjust accordingly. The goals should also be obtainable. So be realistic. And if they're not, rewrite them to something achievable. You want to see yourself achieve success, right? Be relevant. So goals should align with your company's values and relate back to your overall end goal. And they should also be time bound. So set a specific deadline to keep your goals accountable. So we're going to be using Betsy's little bookshop here as a business case for developing a SMART goal. So Betty wants to increase brand awareness at her bookstore in town. This is her business goal. So to be specific, she wants to increase brand awareness on her Instagram and Facebook accounts within a 10-mile radius of the bookstore. So she uses a specific target to meet her goal. She wants to increase Instagram fans by 10% and increase link clicks on posts about the bookstore by 10%. So get 10 and also get 5 brand mentions per week. So this is a measurable goal that includes qualitative data to reach. She also wants to boost the bookstore's posts on Facebook and Instagram with $5 per post, per 30 posts, and build a social media advertising campaign targeting women living 10 miles of the store. So she chooses a measurable target that her business can achieve. This is a target that she based on her own analytics and isn't something that she can bite off more than she can chew. Next, she wants to grow the number of followers and leads by 10% per month, as we get 3 times more engagement on social channels that, 3 times more engagement on our social channels than from content marketing. So her goal is relevant and current to the status of her business. And lastly, the 10% increase engagement will be reached within 6 months. So her target deadline is to reach her goal in 6 months. So we're going to compile all the SMART goals together. So increase brand awareness for the bookstore by growing the numbers of followers by 10% on the bookstore social media channels with boosted posts and advertising campaign that target women within a 10-mile radius of the store. The bookstore will reach a 10% increase engagement within 6 months. Betty's goal fits into the SMART method. It's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and it has a deadline. So creating SMART goals for your business or organization will help you give you a clear picture of what you're trying to accomplish. So take the time to understand what goals you want to set out for your business. This could be really difficult because a lot of companies haven't properly documented their goals, or they may be very vague, like get more signups without including specific goals or percentages and increases. So at this stage, it's important for you to push some tangibles. Otherwise, you'll be setting your own goals and just posting stuff without any aim, right?
So we have our SMART goals in hand. So now it's time to audit where your marketing efforts are right now. So a good habit to get into is to review your content regularly. This gives you not only the chance to compare your efforts to previous results, but gives you insight you need to align with your SMART goals or set new ones. Is your logo and business name consistent on all your marketing platforms? You've spent a lot of money on your brand. Make sure that it's properly displayed. Check the basics on each social media platform, the admin roles, the fan count, and basic settings. Review what content you've posted. Did it get the engagement that you were targeting? Is there any content that outperformed other content? Is my business information properly listed? This actually happens fairly often. Sometimes it's the hours that haven't been updated on Google My Business or your Facebook. Perhaps you've moved to a new address and you've missed one of the platforms that displays your information. Check to make sure that your business information is properly listed on all of your active platforms. Have you noted any followers that purchase goods or services from your business? That's one way to track to make sure that your return on investment on any of these posts or any of your marketing efforts is good, because that's what we want. We want everybody to have those followers turn into clients. So let's look at the process of preparing a marketing audit. First, you'll need to select what to audit first. You don't need to select everything that you've got on. Let's say you're targeting a specific platform, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whichever one. You'll need to select which social or advertising platform you'd like to review. You can do it all, but it's a lot more time consuming. And if you're just starting out, choose 1 or 2 platforms. Gather the relevant data. Most social platforms will also let you export analytics from the past 12 months. This will give you an easy overview of followers, engagement, and brand awareness. Review the results, of course. You'll want to read over that information, review your vanity metrics like the followers, likes, shares, and also take a look into your actionable metrics. Actionable metrics are more accurate and reflect more of your social media efforts and are more closely tied to common business objectives. So when people click on your links or things like that. It's also important to analyze those metrics. So compare them month to month, quarter to quarter to see if you've reached that target. And of course, compare with your competitors. Now's a good time to start a competitor analysis. And I know it's a lot of extra work. It can be time consuming. I mean, like, who even has the time to whip out a pair of digital binoculars and scope out the competition? But it's something that should be done on a regular basis. We strongly suggest evaluating your competition every quarter to a year. Digital marketing trends change so quickly, you wouldn't want to miss out on something that maybe a customer or client is more interested in because your competition is doing something better than you. Plus, this means that you'll get to see who they are. New businesses pop up all the time. Check their strategies. Are they using trending hashtags, GIFs, polls, things like that? So this part may be tough because you may need to accept that they are performing better than you, but it's also an important exercise to go through. So if you're not sure who your competitors are, there are a ton of free resources out there to help you identify them. Small business centers. These centers are staffed with business development experts who can help you identify competitors and other business services like the BEC, TEDC, Venture Center, the CFTC networks as well. Google, of course, finding competitors is often as simple as just Googling who your competitors are or along the same products that you're searching. You can try several keywords, phrases that you aim to rank for. Hashtags that everybody uses. A lot of the times your competitors will also use the same hashtags depending on the product. Chamber directories are also a great resource to find out who your competitors are, especially if you are registered as a member of one of the chamber networks. Within their directories, they have a listing of all the businesses that are current members, and you can see where they are, so, their websites, their social media accounts, and so on and so forth. So first, you'll need to determine who your competitors are. You'll need to also determine who your direct and indirect competitors are. So your direct competitors are the businesses that offer products and services that are similar to yours, sometimes the exact same. The indirect competitors, these businesses provide products that are not the same, but could satisfy or solve the customer's problem. But for this exercise, we're going to focus on specifically direct competition. This doesn't mean you should ignore indirect competitors, but you should keep them on your radar. The market can shift at any time. Look at your competitor's product line and the quality of the products and services that they're offering. Look beyond just the product and take note of the pricing strategies, discounts, and if there's any shipping options that are available. So look at their go-to platforms, so you can take a look at their websites, which social platforms that they're using, and if you notice any marketing channels. A lot of the times they'll list their social channels on their websites, blogs, and things like that. Is the content they post more visual? Are they providing ebooks, sessions, things like that? So jot down where your competition is actively posting and the frequency. So you're going to want to analyze what they're doing and what their strategy is. Choose the small handful of samples to review instead of doing their entire library, because that would take forever. It makes the process much more manageable and less time consuming. So you'll want to consider also the following. How accurate is their content? Do we know if there's any spelling mistakes or if there's some misinformation going on or anything like that? What kind of tone are they using? Is it more upbeat and hip, or is it factual and serious? What sort of photos are they using? Is everything very curated? Is it professional photos? Are they taking it off of their phone? Is it stock images? Are there any call to actions that are specific to their business? So, buy here or click here, things like that. Check to see if they're using keywords or if someone is referring people to the competition. Which social media platforms have a stronger presence? If your competitors are on social media platforms that you aren't on, it might be worth actually taking a look and learning more about that platform. Like, for example, say your target audience skews a little bit older, but in case you didn't know, 59% of TikTok users are millennials, Gen X, and baby boomers. Don't rule out a platform just because you're unfamiliar with it. It can actually be a benefit. So what is the level of engagement on your competitors' content? So see how often that they're posting, gauge the level of number of likes, comments, shares on your competitors' content. Are there more positive comments versus negative? Things like that. Are followers retweeting more than sharing on Facebook? How are they responding to the samples that you've selected? So doing a simple SWOT analysis is a good habit to get into. So what this means is that you'll know your competitors' strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It'll also help you position your business or organization, uncover areas for improvement, maybe identify gaps in service as well, because we can't cover everything, but there might be a need or a specific niche that your business can also cover as well. So what can you do differently? This is the option where you can figure out exactly where you can make yourself unique. Keep in mind, though, to not base your entire strategy on your competition. You should have your own social media strategy and goals. In my experience, brands that continually try to imitate other competitor strategies tend to have poor brand awareness and weak positioning. So we want to make ourselves stand out from the crowd. Always put your own spin on marketing campaigns. It's never a good look to directly copy advertising campaigns, content, or images. While you want to narrow in on what is and isn't working for you for your online business or your business online, don't get so wrapped up that you fall victim to tunnel vision while finishing off your marketing audit. Keep an open mind and don't be afraid to try new marketing tactics.
Okay, so to develop a successful plan, you need to clearly define who your content target audience is. So you need to know who your buyers are and their personas. So this is really important for those who are starting out or are new to marketing. So by knowing your target audience, you can produce more relevant and valuable content that they'll want to read and interact with. So gather all your research and start looking for some common characteristics. As you group those characteristics together, you'll have a basis of your unique customer personas. So give your buyer persona a name, a job, a home, and other defining characteristics. So you want your persona to seem like a real person. It's like almost like creating a sim. So let's meet our first persona, Helen. So Helen is 33. She's a successful realtor. She has 2 school-age children, and her partner go on 2 international vacations a year and prefer to stay in boutique hotels. And then we have Sam. So Sam is 17 and in high school. Sam enjoys playing games with friends and going to the movies. Sam works part-time at the mom and pop shop down the road. And then we have old man Fred. So Fred is 70. He's retired and married to his high school sweetheart. So Fred has a knack for gardening. He also collects miniature cards. So you get the gist. It's not just a list of characteristics. This is detailed, it's specific, and it's a description of potential customers. So it allows you to think of your future buyers in a human way, not just a number or a collection of data points. These things may not necessarily be true about every buyer in your audience, but they help represent an archetype in a tangible way. So before you start creating profiles and accounts on every possible platform, find out what channels offer the most value for your brand. Not every advertising channel will be beneficial to your brand or reach your target demographic. So creating a content on 10 different channels is going to stretch your budget and your sanity thin. So pick the channels that work best with your budget and suits your business goals and needs. Popular marketing channels include social media marketing. So this is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, so on. search engine optimization, SEO, or search engine marketing. This helps businesses improve their website's visibility and search engine results pages. If a search engine literally can't find you, it will be that much harder to market your business. Affiliate marketing, is an arrangement with a third party in which an affiliate receives commissions for each visit, sign up, or sale that they generate. A subset of this kind of marketing would also include influencer marketing. So getting like a celebrity or something to speak for your brand. Content marketing. Content marketing typically involves creating content like blog posts, videos, infographics, and more. We also have email marketing. Email marketing continues to be an effective way for businesses to nurture leads, promote products and services, and just stay in touch with their customers, give them the latest news. And we also have pay-per-click advertising. So PPC advertising allows for businesses to reach their target audience through paid search ads on search engines like Google or social media platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn. So that allows you to target certain audiences. So let's see which form of marketing suits our target demographics. Helen here, she spends a lot of time online, catching up with her friends, posting family pictures on Facebook, reading book reviews and blog posts, and articles online. Sorry, I just lost my spot here. Now for Sam. So Sam is most definitely on social media, but not super active on things like Facebook, like most of his classmates. He's mostly on TikTok and Snapchat, and he spends most of his time on online message boards like Discord and Reddit. He also actively listens to podcasts and watches online videos on YouTube. And lastly, we have old man Fred. So Fred is what we like to call traditional. He likes to check his emails in the first thing in the morning and is pretty sure that the first link posted on a search engine is the best answer. He does like looking up new gardening techniques online. So as you can see, different people and different online habits. And they're each going to have different forms of marketing that go best with their demographics. So for Helen spends most of her time scrolling through news feeds, searching online for content and reading this content. So it's safe to assume that Helen is likely to be reached through advertising campaigns on social media marketing, SEO, content marketing, and affiliate marketing specifically. Sam is most likely to see advertisement on message boards, on his favorite podcast, video style content on social channels, and video hosts. So it's safe to say that affiliate, social media, and content marketing are key strategies to attract Sam to the store. And our friend Fred routinely checks his emails and uses internet browsing solely to search up his interests. He would like it would be likely that the store should focus on email content, SEO, and pay-per-click marketing when it comes to targeting demographic like Fred. So based on our findings from our target demographics, it's a sound business decision to focus our digital marketing efforts on social media marketing, search engine optimization, and content marketing. The bookstore isn't really set up for affiliate marketing, and the return on investment for email marketing isn't quite there given the online habits of Helen and Sam and Fred.
Okay, so determining a marketing budget for small business on limited resources can be a challenging task, but there are several approaches that you can make to make an informed decision. So the amount you should invest in digital marketing as a small business can vary widely depending on various factors like your business size, your industry goals, resources that are available to you, your location as well. So how much should you spend? As per the Business Development Bank of Canada, specifically towards business to consumer types of firms, you should be allocating 5 to 10% of your annual revenue. Especially considering the shift to more online marketing means today's growing businesses are implementing annual digital marketing campaigns tied over to overall business goals. They're also seeing the results of them. people are seeing their advertising, they're clicking on the advertisements, sometimes they're shopping online, or they're coming into the store, depending on how you've set up your advertising campaigns. Now, this can be a huge line item in your business or organization's budget. Overall, determining a digital marketing budget for a small business on limited resources requires careful consideration of your business goals, target audience, competitors, and a willingness to experiment and try new things, and then adjusting your performance as you go on. So to get your business out there, you need to market your brand and website to drive traffic, which should also ultimately lead to more sales. Digital advertising has many different streams that can grow your business profile online. Each of the following services have a different price point, so it's important that you, as a business owner, choose the services that fit within your budget and are aligned with your overall goals. You want to set out to bring positive return on investment. So how much does digital advertising cost in 2023? So as per our research, the average monthly cost, depending on which stream you decide to go through, vary in different prices. Now, it may not be necessarily exactly all these numbers here as displayed. However, on average, based on our own findings, we are looking at an average cost for website and design and development about $200 to $2,500 per month. Now, this is not to set up your website itself. This is more of the ongoing costs, especially if your costs themselves, you have a content management system in the background, you have different types of plugins available, things like that. You can pay for most of those yearly, but on average, this would be mostly be monthly. Pay-per-click advertising depends on how you've set up your budget, but an average monthly cost with significant investment would be about $400 a month, or 15% of your ad spend. Along with the lines with search engine optimization, $750 to $5,500, email marketing, social media, content marketing, and affiliate marketing are all listed here. And you can change or readjust your budget depending on the needs that your business has. So listed at the top are the top marketing services. So small businesses should look for different avenues to promote their products and services. The best way for a small business to succeed is by finding the advertising method that works best for the business and sticking to it. But other options that you can consider are things like marketing automation. So marketing automation is when you use a technology tool or service in your digital marketing strategy to trigger automated actions from your marketing platform. One example of a marketing automation is a post-purchase communication email that sends off a thank you, or you may be interested in this other additional product or service to your client that just purchased online. Native advertising refers to a type of paid advertising in which the ad itself matches what is on the website screen. So let's say along the lines of you're on a recipe blog, there may be an area in there that you can promote your own website that mimics very closely. So if you're selling kitchen products, your ad will match the style and the format that is on that website. Messaging marketing lets you reach shoppers through text message or Facebook Messenger inbox. It is effective for building deeper relationships with your customers and providing perks, but you want to be careful with this one because people's inboxes and their phones are sacred, and I don't personally like getting a bunch of text messages or messages. So treat that one with care. Remarketing or behavioral retargeting is when you market to people who have already interacted with your brand in some way, and you can set up a retarget marketing campaign to get them to come back to your shop or purchase more services, depending on what your business style is like. Basically, it's bringing them back into the into your business and developing that relationship and continuing to nurture it. So when building your budget, you're also going to want to keep in mind some of the additional potential costs that are associated, ongoing website costs, the advertising platform that you're using itself, any content creation that you're doing or contracting out, tools, software. Additionally, if you plan on assigning staff to these tasks, consider their time, salary, and any training that may be in need to properly advertise your campaign. So for Betty's case, she's opted to hire a freelancer to help drive traffic to her website. Betty has worked with the agent and opted to focus on website SEO, social media, and developing content in a pay-per-click advertising for the next 6 months. With this plan, Betty intends to spend $1,100 per month on digital advertising. She's targeting a 5-to-1 ratio for return on investment. So basically, she'll be making $5 per every dollar spent. The data collected within that 6 months will help Betty determine which advertising streams give her a better return on investment. Keep in mind, though, return on investment is not the only indicator that your advertising and marketing strategies should be successful. So impressions turn to engagement, engagement turns into clicks, clicks turn into sales, so on and so forth. Measurements that show a campaign is trending in the right direction is a stronger indicator of a successful return on investment. So don't make the ROI your end all be all metric. Stick to your preset goals and your performance indicators, so your key KPIs, one of which might be your return on investment. So now it's time to set up your ads. So for this presentation, we're going to do an overview of Meta, Facebook mostly, with a little bit of Instagram because Meta does own both Facebook and Instagram, as well as WhatsApp and a few others at this point. Google Ads. We'll also go through some of the analytics and how to read that as well. We're going to do a quick overview of some of the other platforms, as well as including some tips and tricks that you can also adjust into your marketing campaign and your advertising. So let's start off with Meta. So as previously stated, Meta is a company that owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. It's probably one of the most popular platforms for social media when it comes to advertising. So to open a business account, you first have to have a personal account. If you don't have a personal Facebook page or want to separate your work and personal life, you can create a new personal profile with your business email address. To create your Meta Business Suite account, go to business.facebook.com and click Create an Account. Facebook will ask you your business name, your Facebook business page, and so on and so forth. You'll also need to create an Instagram account if you plan on advertising on Instagram as well. So if you're planning on utilizing that platform, go to your profile, tap on menu, tab on settings. For some accounts, the switch to professional account option will be listed under settings. So then you'll tap on account, switch to professional account, and then continue on. And if you'd like, you can follow the steps to connect your business account to a Facebook page associated with your business. This step is optional, but it will make life easier to use all the features available for businesses across the Meta platforms. So at this time, only one Facebook page can be connected to your business account. So once your page is all set up, everything's good to go, your business information is in there, you've uploaded your profile picture, all that stuff. You'll need to create or add an existing Facebook advertising account. You'll be able to create an ad from scratch or go through a step-by-step interview basically to create an automated ad. This can be done by choosing ads in the left menu bar in the Meta Business Suite page. So you'll just follow the prompts to create the ad account. And this will be your advertising hub where you can navigate to all the different areas of your business on Facebook. So there's tons of different options in there as well. You can manage your inbox messages. There is a planner that's available. You can check your insights and all that stuff that you can find in that Meta Business Suite page. You can also access the ads through the main Facebook page as well. But I find that personally, as somebody who uses the ads option fairly often on Facebook, that going and setting up the ads through the Meta Business Suite page is a little bit more accessible and doesn't try to rewrite everything that I've already typed in. So next up, within that Meta Business Suite page, you'll also have the option to create custom audiences, or the audience section itself. So targeting the right people with your ads is one of the keys to being successful with Facebook advertising. Facebook has over 1 billion users worldwide, so finding those that most likely would be interested in your brand or product kind of requires some fine tuning and using the Facebook Audiences feature. The Audiences is a section within the Meta Business Suite, so you can create different lists of people to target with your ads. There are several features available within the audience section to help you define these lists, and they can be divided into 2 broad categories: retargeting and prospective. So if you've ever browsed a brand's website and found yourself targeted by ads every time you open up Facebook or Instagram, that's called retargeting. So I've come across some as well, where I've gone onto a website, or sometimes it's even though that I've talked about it, and all of a sudden I'm seeing those ads. Facebook retargeting is an option through this as well. So you'll be able to set all that up, and Facebook will guide you through that. So using the custom audiences feature in the audience section, it will give you a list of different sources to draw from. So the 3 main sources of e-commerce businesses that you'll want to use are customer lists, websites, and catalog. Looking for new customers is often referred to as prospecting, and involves advertising to those who have not purchased from you or interacted with your business online. For small and medium businesses, this encompasses the majority of Facebook's billions of users that are currently active, and you'll be able to narrow down from that list. And it can be a little tricky. Lookalike audiences, though, can be created using any of your custom audiences and range in size and likeness from 1% to 10% of the selected population. A 1% lookalike audience contains people who most closely resemble the custom audience source and are an easier target for your campaigns. So they're taking the data that you've already input and finding basically people that may be of interest as well. If you don't have a list of past customers or website visitors to create a lookalike audience, you can use Facebook's interests, behaviors, and demographics data to create prospective audiences using the saved audiences option. So to begin creating your first campaign, now that we've gone through all of that, you'll go into the ad section within your Meta Business Suite account. You'll click on the Create Ad button, and from there, you'll be asked to select a goal. You'll be able to either create an ad from scratch or go through the step-by-step interview to create the automated ads. The automated ads is an option that is beneficial to anybody who's just starting out on Facebook advertising, because it'll help determine as to what your goals are, and they'll be able to readjust as you go. So there are 6 categories of goals within the Facebook ads. So the automated ads, of course, and this one will test a few different versions of your ad to see which one suits the best. So it readjusts as you go, and depending on what the engagement level is at. Get more website visitors for when you need to drive more traffic to your website, boosting a post. So in cases where you want to promote an organic post that you've posted online. So if something is in your main news feed, you can boost that post in order to get more engagement on that. Get more messages. The goal, of course, is to get more people to message you about the product information or the service that you're providing. Promoting your page. So this is just simply promoting your Facebook business page across the newsfeed. get more leads. And in this case, you're collecting contact information from people on Facebook. So you'll want to consider what your goal is as a business and what you want to achieve with your Facebook ads, and let the answers guide your decision. So there are many different options that you can use here. It's best to determine as to what it is that you want your outcome to be. And again, starting off with the automated ads is a really great option, so that way the algorithm itself will adjust accordingly. Saves you a little bit of time. So you will be given the option to select and refine a, sorry. So promoting your page can help you, sorry, I know. So when we get into the promoting of your website, you'll go through all the different options that are available. You'll be able to define the audience that you're looking to target. This is one that was based off of one of our campaigns that I started from the beginning. So you can choose from the location, the age, the different interests that these people have. So with the Betty's Bookshop, we are targeting people who live in Timmins, who are between the ages of 18 to 65 and are interested in shopping or books. You'll next want to determine the amount of time that you're going to be running the campaign for as well. You can have it set up as ongoing, or do a set time depending on how you would like to advertise this campaign. You'll also determine your daily budget at that point. So you can go as small or as high as you'd like. On average, though, you're going to want to lean towards a little bit higher, depending on if you're just starting out, or if you're, or where you're targeting that specific ad itself. So based on this, $16 a day, you'd be looking at 1.4 to 4,000 people reached per day. Now, not all of those people are going to click on your ads, but that ad will be showed within their newsfeed. Now, there may be a little bit of discrepancy, especially if somebody has something like ad block that is installed on their computer or on their phone. But that's a whole different story at that point. So you'll also get to choose where you want the actual placement. So with Meta, you can choose with the Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger, and especially determining on the style of your post itself. We found that it was fairly easy to put a lot of our ads, especially for some of our projects that we have available. And as we were browsing on our own personal social streams, we were seeing our own ads as well. So it does work out fairly well, as well with the Messenger option. So once you're finished and everything looks good, you'll click on the Promote Now. Facebook will then review your ad, and once it's approved, it'll go live. Setting up a campaign is an important first step, but also learning how to monitor its ad performance and optimize it over time is necessary. So if you want, especially if you want to succeed on this platform, so you'll want to check in on your Facebook ads at least once a day, sometimes, a few times a week at minimum, or even more frequently as you increase your spending. So Facebook ads do need time in order to optimize to the algorithm, so it can learn who is more interested in what you're selling. So if you aren't sure whether you should turn off your ad or try waiting, wait until it gets at least 1,000 impressions before investing more or shutting it down to try something new. So there are several types of page promotions. Not all types of promotions may always be available. For example, you can't boost an event until you've actually posted the event, sorry. So the call to action button on your business page lets visitors take instant action to contact you, gather information to start your shopping experience or service. The button encourages people to take action basically on your website. So people will click on the link and it'll go into that specific type of promotion. Automated ads on Facebook are a way to create a custom advertising plan for your business by telling them the platform, what your goals are. So based on your marketing objectives, the service creates ads that will run automatically on an ongoing basis, and it kind of saves you some time. If you are a business or organization that does create events, after you've created an event from your page, you can boost it to help increase awareness, encourage RSVPs, drive ticket sales. An event that you post to your page without boosting it will still appear in people's news feeds, but boosting it just gives it that extra leg up and will potentially increase awareness and ticket sales, depending on what your outcome is with that. If you have a business and you want to reach people who are near your location, then you'll want to use the promote your business locally ad. Promoting your page locally will introduce people to your business in that geographic location who may be interested. So you want to make sure that all of your business information is up to date on your Facebook and Instagram page. Facebook leads can also help you get more customer contacts by making it easier for your existing or potential customers to submit their information to you. So you'll select the promotion type, get more leads to create an ad requesting contact details. If people choose to submit their information, you can follow up with them with newsletter signups, price estimates, product information, things like that. And it'll help nurture that relationship. Next up is the promoting your page. So here you'll be able to reach new customers by promoting the page itself on the newsfeed, because your ads will be optimized to reach people within your audience who are likely interested in your type of business. Promoting your page will also introduce you to people who may be of interest in your business and just didn't know about it. So once they like your page through the ad, they'll see more of your content updates in their regular newsfeed. Your promotion will feature a large thumbs up icon. So nice and big, can't miss it. When someone clicks on it, they'll be directed to your page and will be added as another like. So there's also lastly the get more website visitors. So when people click your ad, they'll be directed to a web address that you choose. This can be the main web page for your business, a specific product page on your site, or a third-party website with more information about your business. So you've created a promotion, now what? So don't panic. You can edit your promotions, pause them, all that stuff. You can edit anything. And honestly, you're going to probably be doing it fairly regularly if you need to update, if you need to make any changes, if you want to add in a specific demographic. So you can edit, pause, and potentially delete the ads. It's important to remember that you don't prepay when you run a page promotion. You'll be billed after pausing or deleting your promotion, but that bill will only reflect the amount that was spent while your ad was active. Just another note that once you do make any changes, your ad will be resubmitted again for review, and you should hear back within 24 hours, if not sooner. In personal experience, whenever we've had to update something or add something onto any of our ads, usually it's within a 12-hour time frame. So you'll get that notification through Facebook as well as an email notification when your ad has been reapproved or requires adjustments.
So MJ touched on it a little bit, but if you've either boosted a post or created an ad for your website, it's important to know how your ads are doing and performing. So this information helps you see what's working with your ads and gives you a better idea of what type of content are more relevant to your audience. So in the Meta Business Suite, the advertising summary will show reach, engagement, link clicks, and page likes from the last 60 days. And you can also edit the date range to whatever you want. You can look at the last year if you wanted to. So that's an option. You can click on the See More buttons for further details, and that'll give you just deeper stats into it. So measuring success means different things to different people. For some, it might mean getting as many followers on your page as possible. For others, it could be a website traffic. So yeah, with all the insights Facebook provides, be sure to focus on metrics and numbers that you care most about. So you should look at how your ads are performing and compare them to see what content works best for your desired outcome and what doesn't. For example, if you boost multiple posts and see that posts with images of your product result in more engagement than posts without images, that means that people may enjoy seeing product images in your ads more than just text-based ads. So now that you have the data for your ads, you may find some of the key areas that you like to improve and optimize in. You can use the Insights tab on your page to find metrics and learn from past results, then focus on how to improve them. I'm just going to quickly go through the different kind of metrics you can see through the Meta Business Suite right here. So there's first actions on the page. So that's what people did on your page. The actions that Facebook counts are people clicking on getting directions, or clicking on your phone number, or clicking on your website. So basically clicking on your page and being interested in something. Your page views are how many people viewed your page. So you can see things like their age, gender, and country, and devices if you go deeper into that tab, if you could see more. Post reach is very similar. So the number of people who saw any content from your page or about your page. You also have page likes, and once again, similar, how many people like your page, and you can see, same metrics like age, gender, and country, and devices. Then you also have story reach, and that just shows how many people seen your Instagram story or Facebook stories. And there's recommendations. So that's when people tag you in post or recommend your product. Sadly, we don't have any. Post engagements are how many people have liked, commented, or shared on your post, or even just clicked on it. And the video tabs allows you to see how many people viewed your videos, and you can see how many minutes are viewed even, and how many people liked it. You can see exactly when they clicked off your video and became disinterested. So that's pretty cool.
So on to our next section. So when Google launched AdWords in 2000, it changed everything for marketers. Up until that point, brands spent millions convincing customers to want their products. With AdWords, search-based ads, they no longer had to. So they could just serve their ads to people who are already searching for the product, just like theirs. So search engine marketing was born. So like many terms in digital marketing, the term search engine marketing, which can be a little confusing to the uninitiated, to simply put, SEM refers to paying for advertising on search engines. SEM is important because online shopping continues to grow every year, like exponentially. The majority of new visitors will find you by searching for a query on a search engine, and when your target audience is searching for a commercial keyword, you're more likely to get your product in front of them, unlike social media where people are more in the discovery phase. These shoppers are ready to buy. So Google Ads, which is formerly AdWords, is Google's pay-per-click platform that allows you to place the text ads or shopping ads for your website on a search engine results page for a specific keyword by paying for them. So the pay-per-click. That means that you pay if and only if somebody clicks on your ads. These pay-per-click ads show up right at the top of any Google search results and can be an effective way to generate traffic to your website or to your location, especially when you're starting out or when you just need that little boost. So creating the Google display ads requires a Google Ads account, which is separate from other Google accounts, such as your personal Gmail account. So log in if you have one, and if not, you can head over to the Google Ads site and hit the Start Now, enter your business name, website, and Gmail address. So once you've gone through that point, next you'll be asked to select your main advertising goal. So you have 4 options: get more calls, get more website sales or signups, get more visits to your physical location, and get more views and engagement on YouTube. Now there is a more detailed way of setting up your Google Ads. We're going to take the simpler option, but if you are interested in a more expert type of level, we are more than able to assist as well. And there's tons of resources that are available. So next after this, you'll be brought into the writing section of your campaign. So how do you decide what makes a good ad for your business? So what we usually do is we have 3 questions that we would ask ourselves when writing an ad. So what does the business offer, or what does the organization offer? What am I accomplishing with this advertising campaign? Who are my customers? And so on and so forth, like things like along those lines, especially if you've already done your SMART goals. So after you've answered the questions about your product goals, even your products, your customers, you start creating your text ads. So in the headline section is basically where you're going to have that eye-catching type of text that is going to get people to start clicking on those links. So for for Betty's bookshop, her headlines are books for every reader, sharing a love of literacy, and of course the grand opening because she's opening up. Within that description, it's going to show at the bottom underneath those links itself, a description of what's going on and what that page is about, things like that. So for Betty, she's chosen low prices and huge selection, free and fast delivery, order online today. Our friendly staff will help you find the perfect books. Visit our store today. So after you've entered those headlines in the description, Google Ads assembles the text into multiple ad combinations in a way that it can help avoid redundancy, because we don't want to see the same ad over and over and over and over again. It'll rejig it into something that's a little bit more eye-catching, and depending on what that consumer profile is like, that it'll optimize it for that person itself. So in any given ad, a maximum of 3 headlines and 2 descriptions will be selected to show in different combinations and orders. So over time, Google will test the promising ad combinations and learn which combinations are more relevant for different queries. So taking the simpler option sometimes is a little bit better. The next part of setting up your Google Ads campaign is to set up some keywords that match your ad to the customer searches. So keyword themes are words or phrases that will help you match your ads with Google searches. Selecting the right keyword themes help you reach people when they're looking for the product or services that you offer. So for here, we're targeting more things that fall in line with the bookstore itself. So we've got bookstore, books for kids, fiction, inclusive books, nonfiction, the online bookstore, independent bookstore, things like that. Things that these keywords should target as to what your business is about or what your potential consumers are searching for. Next up, you'll show your ad, you'll set up where your ad is going to show up. So with us, we decided to go with the come to my store or visit this location type of advertising. So we want to attract people within that specific locality to come to our store. Your ad will display to people within that location that you've set up, and possibly to people interested in these locations. So you can also think of tourism along those lines as well. So any visitor to that specific region or location. You can also exclude specific locations where you don't want your ad to show. So for whatever reason, if there's any type of location that you're trying to avoid specifically, there are options that you can do that. Choose your location settings carefully. If your settings are too broad, you may end up paying for interactions with users who aren't potential customers. So you'd be losing in some of your investment. After that, you'll set up your budget for the results that you're looking for. So Google Ads will ask you to set up an average daily budget. Within that, they'll optimize your ad. So some days you may exceed your budget and others you'll be considerably lower. It will average out over time. Your expenses won't exceed your monthly spending limit though. So it'll adjust as it goes. So the cost of each click depends on many factors. So how much your competing advertisers in that area are spending, how relevant your ad is to a person's Google search, or how likely a person's search will result in a sale. So after you've selected your targeting, set your budget, and uploaded all the necessary payment information, your ad will go into the review process to be approved by Google Ads. And once you've received that approval, your ad will begin automatically. So your ad status will be under review until Google can review it. Again, with that one, it's usually about a 12 to 24 hours response. If it's approved, the ad status will change to eligible and it'll start running online. If your ad does violate some of Google's policies, it will be disapproved and you'll be notified how to resolve the issue. So sometimes it could just be along the lines of certain words. I mean, for the most part, you kind of have to be professional on your advertising campaigns. So keep that in mind when you're writing up your content for your ads on Google. And the same thing goes for Facebook too. It does, you do have to be careful as to the words, or if it's something along the lines of political and things like that. So keep that in mind. But for the most part, I've seen everybody have their approvals go through, no problem. So once your ad is up and running, you can track its performance on Google Analytics. You can use this data to make adjustments and test different ad creatives and placements, using remarketing strategies to target internet users who've engaged with your ads or visited but didn't make the purchase, things like that. So Google Ads is an important piece to the Google Analytics is an important piece to Google Ads. You will likely have Google Analytics already set up on your website, so you can track the traffic conversion goals and other metrics. But you'll also need to link your analytics account to Google Ads. So linking these accounts will help make tracking, analyzing, and reporting between the channels and campaigns a heck of a lot easier to view everything in one place. So to add your ads account, you'll have to go into the account and property you want to add a view to, and select on the create a view, name your view, and select the type of web or app and answer a few other questions. When you create a property, you'll have access to a unique ID for tracking and a global site tag. So the code you need to add to each site page you want to measure. This is how you'll be able to collect data in your property. Now, depending on your website host, you'll need to paste it into the global site tag right after the opening head tag on each site page. If you have no clue what I am talking about and don't manage your own website, definitely reach out to your web developer and they can help you add the tag. It also depends on what platform that you are using as well. If you're more into the PHP base, it's a little bit more complicated. However, if you're utilizing Shopify, Square, Wix, WordPress, things like that, there are many guides that are available. But when in doubt, just reach out to your web developer. So from here, you can start by selecting the data streams that you're looking to collect data on. Typically, you'll be selecting the web button. You should create a name in your property at this point and enter your website's URL, all that stuff. And you'll be able to create and finish that step of the process. So once all of this is done, you'll be able to check to see if your code's actually working. So to do this, you'll go into the real-time reports section while clicking around on your website in a different tab. So you can just pop open another window or a tab. If you're like me, you've probably got a million tabs open, so it might be best in a different window or even on your phone. The report should show at least one visitor on the website, and that would likely be you, I would assume so. And that's pretty much it on how to set up with the analytics. Again, if you aren't 100% sure on how to add that tag, reach out to your developer. If not, you can always give me a call as well, because I've been working with websites for a decade.
So understanding and using these metrics, it can help you create content that your consumers will potentially find interesting. These metrics will also provide a picture of who is consuming your material. So knowing the answers to these questions will allow you to create more great content. So the more clicks, page views, likes, or downloads you get, the more you'll know your content is successful. And if people aren't clicking on your content, it could be because they don't find it useful or interesting. I'm just going to go over the different kind of analytics you can see on Google Analytics here. So audience overview is just a general overview. So it shows, it includes users and how many sessions are going on at once. Bounce rate, so how many people only visited one page of your website and left. And it also includes session duration, which I always find really interesting. The next is real-time report. So that shows how many people are on your website in real time. And yeah. Acquisition report, it says where your users are coming from. So if they're coming from like a social network, or if they typed in your URL directly into Google. So it'll show where you're getting your clicks from. Location view is where people are accessing your site from. So it'll show different countries, areas, all the way down to cities. And the next section shows what time of day users are more likely to visit. The next one is pages report. So this shows which pages are most popular on your website, which I always think is really cool. So as you can see for us, people are most interested in our staff page, which I think is kind of cool. And so on. And the next one is active users. So it'll filter on how many active users have been on your site in the past days. And you can change what numbers, but I believe this one's like 3, 5, and 9. Yeah. Then device overview shows which devices people are accessing your website from. So tablet, mobile, or desktop. And lastly, we have the cohort analysis report. And it's how well you retain users, how likely people are to come back to your website. So next, there's also, there are many other ways that you can create digital ads, especially when targeting younger demographics. So we only been through a couple, but there's so many different options, right? Biggest thing right now is TikTok. So if you're creating online advertisements strategies in 2023, you're crazy to overlook TikTok. TikTok is the most downloaded app of 2021, and it surpasses over 1 billion active users in the same year. But TikTok users aren't just on the app for like the memes, the dance challenges, and funny videos. They're also ready to shop and spend their money. So TikTok reports that users are 1.5 times more likely to purchase a product after seeing it advertised on TikTok. This means TikTok platform is a smart place to go if you want to place ads that reach a highly engaged and large audience, especially members of Gen Z and millennials. This is a good place to do like brand deals and stuff with influencers potentially. To use the TikTok ad manager, you'll need to have a business account for the platform. So switching over is really easy and free. In the app, you just go to your settings and privacy, and then you go manage your account, and then tap switch to a business account. And this will give you access to all your analytics, and it also give you access to certain analytics that'll tell you the best time to post on the app. So it's really useful information. And it also gives you other features like allowing you to put a link in your bio. Sure, we all heard of Snapchat. So it's a lot more than just a picture sharing for people who are obsessed with their phones or teenagers, right? It also provides an excellent platform to reach a younger audience and foster a close-knit community. It can be like a little more personal. With Snapchat has 616 million users, and it gives you a lot of opportunity, right? Like most social platforms, your success with Snapchat marketing will come down to getting creative, engaging your audience with regular activities, and using analytics to double down on content that works. So while Snapchat doesn't have a detailed analytic like other social media sites, it's a great platform for engaging and connecting with your loyal customers. For Snapchat and TikTok, it's really good to be creative and try to follow the trends. Same with Instagram Reels and things like that. Trends are really popular, and if it's trending, people are more likely to see it. And speaking of trends, Twitter as well, right? So should you tweet? Should you not tweet? Twitter has over 395 million users, and so it's easy to see why a store owner should use Twitter, right? It's a great way to build brand awareness and drive traffic. Twitter's marketing is an effective way to build and grow your small business. It has its own strategies and tactics that you can achieve, that you can use to achieve your growth, such as using hashtags and interacting with your followers. It's also a really good place to start a conversation with your audience about your business. It's a lot more personable. You can reply to people, right? Yeah. There are so many options available to advertise your business and its products or service. So choose a platform that reaches your SMART goals and that you can easily manage. To start on your path, here are some tips and trends that you might want to use in your advertising campaign. So short, snappy content will win in 2023. I'm going to be honest, if a video is longer than like a minute, I'm not watching it at this point. Like the prevalent, people want their information quick and now, right? So the prevalence of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts show consumers want fast-paced, easy to digest content of their favorite brands. So keep in mind, these short videos aren't your traditional types of ads. Consumers are looking for entertainment, information, user-generated videos. So keep the polished videos for your YouTube ads and Facebook news feeds. The goal is to have fun on TikTok and let your audience see that your business is having fun, or a sneak peek behind the scenes. Yeah, and once again, there's trends on there, right? You want to follow the trends, and people are more likely to see your content. Every business or organization should consider blogging regularly to connect with customers and to rank better in search engines. So consider actively featuring your blog on your online store if you're already creating content. So you can like start a podcast to feature or your expertise or to build a stronger community. You can guest post on other websites and blogs to create awareness and generate backlinks, which also help with SEO. And you can create long form content and guides to help customers use your product more efficiently, or just to give more information on your product. Existing customers are your best friends. They're the people who've seen your existing digital marketing strategies and purchased off the back of it. Use them as your starting point when developing new marketing ideas. Use those insights to fill your social media profiles, landing pages, and product descriptions with customer testimonies. This is an excellent way to utilize your relationship with current customers to attract new ones. Personally, I won't buy something online unless it has some reviews, and I really like looking at reviews. So it doesn't hurt to ask your customer after if they had a good experience, hey, leave us a Google review. It can go a long way and help a lot more people find your business. So building a brand on social media alone can be really risky. It's always changing, right? And the algorithms are really unpredictable. So many push brands into paying to reach their audiences that they've already built. So you're giving money just to see to provide your post to your followers. So in this case, SMS and email marketing are direct lines of communication for building relationships with your customers. You can get your client's email address or phone numbers. Obviously, you need consent to send them emails or marketing, and you can try to make the sign-up process irresistible. So for many customers, if you offer a discount code, they're more likely to give you their email address or phone number to sign up. So simply create like an email pop-up that offers a discount code in exchange for their subscription, and follow up with automated email campaigns with a coupon and list of bestsellers. All right, so that brings us to the end. If you're looking for any more information, we've compiled a few. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
If you're looking for any more information, we've compiled a few resources to keep in mind. As always, our staff at NEOnet is always here to help with the digital and technology needs. Me?
Oh, sure, I'll do this first. Okay, so there's also the Digital Main Street and other grants like the Canadian Digital Adoption Program that have funding opportunities for digital marketing and advertising. These grants are available and fairly easy to access. If you do need assistance, our staff at NEOnet can help you with applying for these grants and with any type of digital marketing and advertising plans. And that includes both the Grow Your Business Stream and the Boost Your Business Stream. We are CDAP advisors, and we also have our Digital Services Squad member, Ryan, who is our digital advisor, who can help your business access this funding. Of course, there is the chamber networks. There is a number of chambers in our region. Of course, we're having this session hosted by our lovely Timmins Chamber staff today. The chamber networks can help you connect with other resources, networking, workshops, being in the directory itself. That's an excellent way to get more recognition online. Of course, there's also the host platforms. So each ad host has a library of advertising, tutorials, resources, videos, everything that you can possibly think of. So if you're really stuck and you don't really want to reach out to anybody, you can always take a look on the actual host platforms themselves. Of course, my favorite, Google and YouTube. If you're really stuck, Googling a question or even taking a look at YouTube, when we're stuck, there's no shame in it. It's a free resource and it's obviously ready to use at your fingertips. Of course, there's also the other businesses that are within the community. I mean, our business community is strong and we rely and support on each other. So asking another business owner how they did their advertising is a great option as well. And it might be an opportunity to collaborate. So we're at the end of the presentation on digital advertising, and we can open up the floor to any questions.
Thanks so much. Does anybody want to unmute? Does anyone have questions? Did everybody take notes like I was doing?
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
First of all, Marie-Josée and Deanna, thank you very much. That was a lot of information in a short period of time. Our company is hiring somebody to handle digital media. Now, do you guys, if I reach out to you guys, because she may need some help, like, is that what you guys do?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We have training sessions that we can provide. We can provide resources, all that kind of stuff. That's definitely not a problem. We're here to help everybody.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Nick, as well, you can reach out, you can have them reach out to the chamber, or if you go on YouTube and search Timmins Chamber, you can pull up all the videos. So any sessions that we've done with NEOnet, we've done some Canvas sessions, we've done a number of sessions to help businesses with everything. You can go on there and they can watch the videos and pause and, you know, kind of go back. So there's that resource available to your new staff member as well. Is there anybody else that has any questions?
Thanks, Carmen.
You're welcome. Renee, did you have any questions today? Did this sort of answer some of the things that you were looking to get out of today's session?
Yeah, it was great. I appreciate everything, and being in the job that I have, I was a little bit in and out. I hope we'll be able to send us the recording so that I can follow up on it, and I want to share it with my communication staff as well. So much appreciated.
That's great. And then MJ, are you both good to share the PowerPoint with me as well?
Yeah, that's definitely not a problem. It won't be animated, but we'll condense that down and make it easy for emails.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. So Renee and the rest of the attendees, I'll send the PowerPoint as well as the recording later this afternoon or tomorrow morning, and it will be available on YouTube whenever you want to go back and watch it. So is there a question? I see chat is flashing at me. Oh, thank you for the great presentation from Kyle. Did you say there's any additional funding for digital marketing at this time?
Currently, there is the CDAP and Digital Main Street. There may be other options available, but as of right now, these are the ones that I'm aware of. And I know that the question about BTIF is always at the top of everybody's mind. So the Business Technology Improvement Fund that NEOnet and the other ICTNs disperse, we're still waiting to hear back from our funding agencies. And if you are interested in potentially being on the wait list for a grant of 50% reimbursed up to a maximum of 25,000, you can send us an email. We can add you onto the list as well.
Perfect. Is that good, Kyle? Thumbs up. Perfect. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Well, thank you very much. MJ, is there any other questions before we wrap up? Going once, going twice. Perfect. Well, thank you both, MJ and Deanna from NEOnet for delivering today's session. Thank you to Case Alliance for supporting today's event, and to Newmont Porcupine for supporting our Reimagine Resiliency series. As I mentioned, I'll send the recording as well as the presentation deck this afternoon, and stay tuned. Follow the Chamber and NEOnet on social media. We're on all of the platforms. If you don't currently get Chamber emails, send me a quick email, carmen@timmonschamber.on.ca, and we'll be sure to add you on there so that you can see any upcoming sessions. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Thanks. Bye.